Hello, this is Nat, and today I'm here to talk about a genre of music I didn't know existed until I looked up this Lana Del Rey album. That genre is called Baroque Pop. I learned in my Baroque versus Rococo research that the word Baroque comes from the French word for a pearl that is not perfectly round. It can also mean a style that is highly ornate or elaborate. It can also mean out of date or cliché. Baroque typically refers to an art style prevalent in Europe in the 1600s and 1700s. Baroque art uses dramatic poses and a high contrast between the light and dark areas of a painting. Baroque architecture takes inspiration from the intricacies of nature, leaves, creatures, flora, that sort of thing. Baroque music uses many short notes, contrapuntal melodies, and stringed instruments. Here is an example of classic Baroque music. So what is Baroque pop? When I say pop in this context, I mean music made for mainstream consumption that follows a traditional verse-chorus verse-songwriting structure. The term Baroque pop was first used in the mid-20th century to describe popular music that featured compositions inspired by Baroque chamber music. For example, the 1965 Beatles song In My Life features a harpsichord solo. Another popular example of Baroque pop in the 60s is by the New York band The Left Banke, with an E on the end. In My Life inspired a little Baroque pop renaissance of sorts. Many pop artists added harpsichords, violins, and chamber orchestras to their pop compositions. The Baroque pop trend eventually evolved into orchestral pop. You can hear examples of orchestral pop from bands like the Moody Blues or Electric Light Orchestra. But let's not get carried away. Let's get back to Baroque pop. After being somewhat of a novelty in the 60s and 70s, Baroque pop had a little resurgence in indie music from 2005 to 2015. Artists like Vampire Weekend and Lana Del Rey used Baroque elements in their music. In Oxford, the band Vampire Weekend uses a guitar to mimic a Baroque chamber string orchestra sound. The Baroque influence is most obvious on the Vampire Weekend song Step from their 2013 album Modern Vampires of the City. Lana Del Rey's Video Games probably has the most accessible example of Baroque pop. Just listen to these harp chords. Today, Baroque pop describes any pop song that is whimsical, nostalgic, and petite, with classical musical influences. But you might be thinking, how can I tell the difference between a Baroque pop song and a song that just uses classical instrumentation? Well, viewer, the short answer is you can't. But if the orchestration has direct Baroque influences, a type of sweeping intricacy, or a tone that feels ever so slightly misplaced or out of date, you can safely call it Baroque pop. Lana Del Rey's album Honeymoon certainly falls into this category. Breathy vocals, string arrangements, and intimate recording styles make Honeymoon a classic example of Baroque pop. Thank you so much for watching my oddly specific little video. It was quite fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed it. Can you, viewer, think of a song that's an example of Baroque pop? Be so kind as to leave it in the comments if you can. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. It's very exciting to see the channel grow, and it helps me make more great content. Au revoir!